So before I get started on this review, I should state I am a metalhead. So pretty much majority of what I listen to is metal. I do on the odd occasion listen to like hard rock and stuff. There's a few musicals I like Les Mis, Phantom of the Opera. It's like I can venture out, but for the most part I'm a metalhead. Avril Lavigne clearly is not metal, and I'm aware of that. I know she's not trying to be metal. So, obviously, I listen to metal, that's what I appreciate, that's kind of what I look out for. This isn't what she is, but I'm a critic, therefore I need to be open-minded to what Avril is and the genre it is, without putting too much of my own, personal likes into it. I should respect this album for what it is. Now, even saying that, I review for each thing, like how much you get out of the song, how well the songs are written, how layered they are, how progressive songs are and diverse. So, as I say, how well written is an actual song, how good are the band members and everything. So I'm critical of every element, the songwriting, production, everything. And I will be truthful to that level. Unlike other reviews where it's just like, is Avril Lavigne, does it sound good? Yeah, therefore 10 out of 10. No, I go at it from every single angle. How good songwriter is, how good an album is, what you're getting. I go into all of it and I don't hold back. That's why I'm saying I'm metalhead. That will have a small influence, but I am open-minded to what this is, and I'm not going to be a dick about it. I'm not just one of the reviewers that just basically say the sound is good, therefore that's enough. I am going to criticise everything. So with that, no, I grew up metalhead. I've always been a metalhead. My dad listened to metal. He's the one who got me into it. But I was born in 1992, so by that means when I was going through school, high school and that, Avril Lavigne was a big thing, and I couldn't avoid it. I listened to metal. My dad was the one who taught me about it, and just how critical you have to be, which caused a lot of problems, even with my friends who were metalheads, who would just listen to it and say it's good. It's from my dad really put on a critical way of thinking and dissecting things that I could not really stop doing a lot. So while everyone was really into the Avril Lavigne and everything, I was the little critical kid and everything, but there was no escaping what Avril Lavigne is, what she was. Avril Lavigne is one of the main leads for the female-fronted pop indie, pop punk, maybe pop rock. Mostly pop indie, pop punk, like your Blink-182, Sum 41, Plus 44. You like Angels and Airwaves, crap like that. Not exactly Green Day. Green Day is more actual punk. Paramore, obviously. Avril Lavigne was pretty much at the top, like one of the queens of the genre. And her first two albums were, kind of like iconic. There were some really iconic songs, Skater Boy, Complicated and stuff. Then her third album came out, which got more of that pop element, but a lot more energy and everything. Some fans kind of divisive about that. I personally find that her best work, just because it's just more charged, while the first two albums, there's a lot of slow moments that for a metalhead, it's just too difficult for me. Although I do listen to mature stuff, but there has to be kind of a lot going on instead of just something incredibly simplistic. So that is kind of her last album. Since that third album, Avril Lavigne has kind of been stuck in an identity crisis, where it seems that she wanted to be something else. We got a little bit of that on the following album after the third, Best Damn Thing, which was Goodbye Lullaby, something like that. where the first half of the album was somewhat typical Avril Lavigne, maybe a little more pop oriented, and then the second half of that album was pretty much pure piano. Like, she stripped all of that punk essence out of it, and it was just pure ballad piano with her vocals. And I'll give it what it was. Like, the songs sounded nice. She had a great voice. The piano was very warm, organic, really beautiful and soulful, and full of grace and warmth. It sounded great, but for a whole half of an album, and then what Avril Lavigne's genre is, completely kind of like leaving that in the dust, because half an album of pure piano, when your genre is situated in pop indie, pop punk, it is kind of like abandoning your audience. And I understand that bands evolve over time and should always venture out. I never say a band should stay stagnant. They should always do something new. Never do a 2.0 of an album. Always do a 1.0. This is fresh every single time. But you have an identity and you should never really fully give that up. And Avril Lavigne has slowly been kind of losing herself as she goes on. The album after that is a clear indication of her being trapped in two worlds, with a song called Hello Kitty, which is a god-awful song, which is so digital, noisy crap. It is absolutely dreadful. With a Marilyn Manson co-led song, which sounded very dark and quite aggressive. It sounded a lot more like it was Marilyn Manson featuring Avril Lavigne. So you have that with a very digital hello kitty, you're so pretty, hey kitty, and my god, it's weird. And she had Chad Kroeger Nickelback, which, a lot of people consider Nickelback just pop anyway, so that's not too bad. But it was Avril Lavigne, but you take the guitars out, and then it's all basically digital workings to try and digitally orchestrate what the best damn thing kind of sounded like, but also venturing far more into that pop element of it, but then be the best damn thing, but lacking all the instruments and everything is actually just digitally placed in. And then like a Marilyn Manson cameo, which just sounded out of left field. It was like she was completely lost. Like, a lot of people say it was a very dynamic album that tried a lot of things, but I technically kind of see it as a mess of Avril not really knowing where she wants to be. It does seem that as she's been going, she's been trying to escape from that punk indie style, and she wants to do something more mainstream, more mature with the kind of piano stuff, and that wasn't working. So then she was trying to do her own thing, but still try and mainstream it again and not exactly be what she was before. And then she got that, I think it was Lyme disease or something, where she took a big break, and then she had a comeback album, Head Under Water. And the first song from that I thought was good. I did review it on the channel, which was again like piano-led and very melodic and serious. And I thought, this sounds great. I like Avril's voice. Can't wait to hear the more kind of typical Avril Lavigne stuff. But then the entirety of that album was just piano and acoustic and her singing. There was nothing of that punk indie style. Like, that entire album is just completely lost what Avril Lavigne is known for. And again, people saying bands should always change and evolve, but it's like, bands evolve, but without completely ditching their identity. Every album by Green Day is unique and different, but it's not like one album is classical, one album is opera, another album is death metal, and another album is rap. It's all punk, but they are all very different from each other. They're not alike, any of the albums. Avril Lavigne is diverse without any album really sticking to her actual identity. She had the first three, which was her, And then she's done 3 others, which completely are lacking her genre. Now, she wanted to genre skip. Fair enough. She genre skips. It does kind of abandon her fans and everything, which is an argument of a different nature. But the thing is, it's like she doesn't want to abandon it, but also she wants to abandon it. As I say, it's an identity crisis. Like, Avril Lavigne has been completely lost for years. And it's been an issue. Like I've said, Avril Lavigne needs to go back to a best damn thing style. She needs to get back to her roots. She was the icon. She was the queen of it. So I don't know why she is basically trying to escape that area. It's not like she had stiff competition. Avril was the top dog. You know, basically, from the female standpoint. Her only real rival being like Paramore, and even Paramore have been completely ditching their fans and being embarrassed by them and trying to get rid of them and completely distance themselves from what they were and forget that the old Paramore were ever actually a thing. Like they're embarrassed by them or something. It's very disgusting. So that was her only competition, and now with Paramore gone, there's an empty void for her to completely come back and then take the whole front and center with no one to challenge. Again, I don't really look into the industry, so I don't know if there is any other, but I don't think there is. So here's the new album, Love Sucks. She co-did this with the Blink-182 drummer Travis. I think his name is Travis. I'm pretty sure his name's Travis. Who is a really good drummer and definitely knows this kind of industry of that kind of like pop punk, pop indie kind of thing. He's definitely in the game. He's, you know, Blink-182. He knows it. And then Avril used to know it. She's gotten lost, so it's good that she is trying to find that again and is using the kind of help of someone who knows the field as well. And it comes to this album. So has she gotten back to it? I would say pretty much for the most part, yes. This is basically a best damn thing. Every song has that pop indie, pop punk style to it. She has like 2 songs which is melodic driven, but that's typical of Avril Lavigne, even on the best damn thing. So it's back to what it was. And for it, I could say that this is basically just as good as best damn thing, if not her second best album. Because this is the style I like her as. As I say, her first 2 albums, there is iconic songs on it, but that's not really for me. I really like the energetic stuff. But saying that, let's really start criticising it. The first song, Cannonball, I think is a crap opener. Because when it comes to the verse, it's like, this is where Avril Lavigne was venturing out of. So it's like she's gone back, but she's not gone back to Best Damn Thing. She's like the album 1 or 2 after that, where it's like, it's a Best Damn Thing, but it's stripped down and is very digital. Like, when you get the verse, it is so digitally orientated that there's no real guitar there until you get to the chorus, which isn't actually solid chorus. But the verse is atrocious. It is absolutely bloody awful. And the fact that this is how the album opens, and then every song after this is literally just Best Damn Thing, that Cannonball is a mix of that Avril Lavigne's Losing It mixed with This Is Avril. It's very weird. It's a really, really odd thing. The fact that she's mixed these 2 things instead of just being straight back to what Avril is. And it's like these 2 worlds colliding. Again, this kind of lost nature is in the first track and not in any of the others. It's so odd to me. Very weird. But overall, as I say, the chorus is phenomenal. It's that energetic, fun nature, so fun, catchy nature that Avril Lavigne is well known for. The catchiness, the fun, the enjoyment, just a pleasure to listen to. It's a lot of fun. Great vocal performance. She has a fantastic voice. It's phenomenal. It's just such a shame that the verse is just so dreadful. The drumming as well throughout this album is top notch. Obviously, it's not like the best drumming in the world, or of what I've kind of heard. The drum kit is that small basic drum kit, but what Travis does with it, he uses it to the best of his ability. Like, he takes full control of the drum set. He uses every single part of it. There is many times on the album where he actually does do drum fills. He's not just playing for the beat. He does put fills in and everything, so where the drumming is great. The guitars, again, they're heavy, to the extent of Avril Lavigne, at least. So, really like them. Obviously, you're not getting any solos. There is no real, time for soloing. There is no great guitar leads going on. It is basically just riffs that have a good heavy kind of beat to it, and then Avril kind of sings over the top. The only technicality and great musicianship is pretty much just the voice of Avril and the drums. The rest of the band is basically just there to kind of give structure. Other than that, they are not there to be important in the slightest. So guitar, bass, and everything are just there for the sake of being there. So if I had to give score and praise to them, then it's crap. They're bad. They're not great. They don't do a lot. Another problem with the album is the length. The length of this album is barely hitting half an hour, which is absolutely atrocious. I don't know if this is normal for pop albums. It probably is. But even for indie like this, I don't know if this is typical. The albums I listen to are near enough an hour or exceeding. The longest album I've listened to is 2 hours 8 minutes. So the fact that this barely hits half an hour, my typical length of songs is 5 minutes upwards. It's rare to get a song that's actually 3 minutes. The majority is the typical length of a song for this album is within the 2 minutes. That is embarrassing to a person of me with the songs I listen to. And that's because the bands I listen to, they have that musicianship where they can have long intros, because the musicians actually can take that space, because they're actually playing something that is a joy to hear. As for an intro for Avril Lavigne, the guitars and bass aren't going to do anything, so there's no real need for a long intro, because they're not going to do anything, so you may as well just get to the vocals. And then the songwriting isn't really much of anything, because you just get your verse and your chorus, and then everything kind of repeats. You don't get alternative verses, alternative choruses. You don't get bridges or the intro, really. There's not really a lot. It is basically just the song gets to its point, and then everything is repeat. It's the bare bone basics of songwriting, song structure. There is nothing else really to it. Lyrically, there is another problem. Avril Lavigne, she's been around for a while. She has gotten older. She's in her 30s. Yet, lyrically, of the first 3 albums, it's all about relationships. Oh my god, the guy left me. He was such a fit guy with a six-pack and he left me and I am crying my eyes out. Or I am so hot and you date this girl but I'm so much better. Look at me, grab my ass, and ooh, I like to mess around because I'm a bad girl, I'm a bad bitch. And everything, and just crap like that. It's all relationships, heartbreak, or being in a relationship, or just being a really hot girl and a great girl or something. Or he broke up with me so I'm sad, or he broke up with me but I don't care because I'm a badass, I'm a girl. You break up with me, you don't know what you lost. I'm the number one girl in town. It's like, but back then, for her age, that's alright, but Avril Lavigne is in her, mid-30s? And she's singing about being hot and then relationships, which she is covered to death. There is nothing new, there's nothing unique. It's like she doesn't know how to write any other kind of meaningful lyrics. Is there anything meaningful? Is there anything thought-provoking? No, it's just relationship. That is it, and that's all she ever sings about. Avril Lavigne is always on about relationship problems, breakup, heart pain, or being great. It's so typical, like she doesn't know how to write anything else, which kind of just shows how bland of a songwriter she is. She can't write any of the lyrics because I've not really seen it from her. And for she's not a girl anymore, she's a woman. A woman in her mid-30s singing about relationships like it's coming from a teenage girl is a little cringy. Like, listening to the lyrics throughout the entire album, knowing how old Avril is, it's quite pathetic. So you're in your mid-30s and you're still complaining about relationship problems. It's like, Avril, grow up. Sing about something important. Sing about politics and being angry at the suppression and the world and being suppressed by the man or something. Actually go that punk route. But no. My boyfriend broke up with me, I am missing riding a dick. It's like, oh my god, Avril. It's like, God, you're in your mid-30s. God, Avril, grow up. Sing about something else. It's literally write about anything else. It's poor. It's poor songwriting. It's poor song structure. It's poor lyrical writing. Because everything is so basic, by the numbers, and repetitive. And then we come to like the last problem as well, which is kind of a hypocrisy from me, because I started the video at some point saying Avril has had an identity crisis. She has been messing up a lot. She's not good. She needs to get back to the roots, which she has. And that is actually also a problem, even though it is good that she has. But then that does show a problem. Now, Avril Lavigne did have to go back to her roots. What she has been doing has not been working. Avril is best when she is doing the best damn thing style. That is who she is. It's what she's known for. It's what she's good at. But the thing is, she has been trying other things and been failing, which goes to show Avril is not good at doing anything else. This is all she can do. And that is the problem here. The album is great for what Avril Lavigne is. It's a return to form. It's very nostalgic. It's a lot of fun. It's energetic. It is great. It is the great Avril Lavigne returning. This was early 2000s. And it's that again. It's not an album of today. It's an album of the past. This is 2000s nostalgia. It's trapped in the 2000s, the early 2000s. It is the best damn thing, 2.0. There is nothing new about it, nothing reinventive, nothing built upon, really. It is the same thing. She is gone for years, she has gone through so many changes, yet she's just back to the exact same thing again. So many years. Yet this album literally could just be the year follow-up to the best damn thing, because it sounds like it's only been that time. No evolution. Still of the same period. A year apart. It could possibly be. So while it's good that this is back, it's nostalgic. It reminds me of my early years, of being in school. It's the icon, the queen, the princess being put back on her throne of that industry. But it does sound also at the same time dated. Taking out just my highly critical aspects of the songwriting and the lyrics and everything, it is a musician which is doing the same thing she did years ago, is in an era that is not reinvented but of years ago, is nothing new. The songwriting is very basic, the lyrics are all exactly the same. The album is fun to go through, but about halfway through it's like you pretty much heard the album. The songs are all 2 minutes in length, they're all about relationships. It's all the catchy, energetic, very poppy kind of stuff. You get kind of bored. Now, as I said, this is where she had to go. And I'm glad she did, and she's back, and it has done the world of good for her. But let's be honest, it's the best damn thing. It sounds like early 2000s. It's not new. It doesn't sound like she's actually learned anything. While all the years of doing new stuff and all the years, she's just gone backwards. And yes, that is where she should go, because all of that failed. But then it does show the fact that Avril Lavigne has every time trying to escape, it has not worked. Her lyrics are the same, about the relationships and everything, which is what worked for her. It's childish, it's years ago, it's repetitive, but that's what worked for her. The music is great, it's fun and energetic, but it wasn't the best damn thing. It is literally the same album. But it was good then, it's good now, but it's not new. So the album's difficult, as I say, it's good, I like it, it's nostalgic, but also, one, I'm a metalhead and I want guitar solos, I want more to a song than literally just the verse, the chorus, and then the songs kind of like repeat that kind of same sound and formula for the rest of the half hour. The fact that it is just a half hour kind of seems like I'm being ripped off here, and the song's being so barely able to get into 3 minutes, because the songwriting and musically, it can't extend that because there's nothing else to the song. If you do extend it to the 5 minutes, where I like songs to kind of sit all over that, the song and Avril can't fill that time with anything new or exciting. It would literally just be the song repeating itself over and over again. And yeah, you're definitely going to get bored then. Lyrically, musically, it sucks. But, as I say, it is good that she's back to this form. It's such a give and take of the fact that it's like, it's great that this album happened. I'm glad that she's back. It's Avril Lavigne again. It's great. And for a lot of people it is. But then the argument is, it is years later. This was me in high school. This was my friends and people in high school. I'm 29. I work. Everyone else is older now, who work, who have families. Are they really gonna be listening to Avril Lavigne and buying the merchandise, going to Hot Topic? Maybe there is a new era of females and males out there to appreciate the Queen returning, but if not, the fans, I don't know if they'll come back or if they've moved on. Clearly Avril tried and has failed and can't move on because she's stuck in this, which is where she's best at, but it's also a curse. It's literally basically being trapped in what you're best at. But it is a constant cycle, a constant loop of the same 4 walls. They're walls you really, really are good at and you really like, but you can never escape out of it. You are trapped in that room. It is a weird one. But giving it a rating, obviously, there's kind of a lot to it with this. There's my highly critical of what it is, but then I shouldn't, because this is what the album's supposed to be and everything. And I would give it like a 7. It's good. It's damn good compared to what Avril's been doing. It is a hell of a lot of fun. If this played, I would listen to it. I'd enjoy it. I wouldn't go out my way to listen to it. I wouldn't listen to it myself. But if I heard it, I'd have a whale of a time. If I knew the lyrics and people were singing along and having fun with it, I'd join in. I'd be happy to. It's great. But all the problems I stated definitely hold it back. So that's it from me. See you in the next one.